Tina Joy Carroll.
That my life is drastically different because I'm in this room. If you don't know who me, Carol, some of you may know me as the social mouse. I am proof in these mouse ears that you can get to the top being exactly who you are. You don't have to change. You don't have to pretend to be anybody that you're not. You just get to be exactly who God created you to be. And I'm going to talk to you today, and we're going to kick this thing off with how in the world do you do that? How do you go from someone who has that insane courage for 30 seconds to make a purchase, to join one of these businesses, to being somebody, my husband and I like to call it making stupid money, okay? How many of you want to make stupid money? I'm gonna need you to be a little bit louder than that if you want stupid money. I pulled out my clothes that had 2 outfits planned for today, and I pulled out this one. It wasn't on, it was just sitting there. I said, what do you think about this one, honey? He said, it looks like my grandma's quilt. So I put it on. He's like, that definitely doesn't look like my grandma's quilt. Okay, let's get started, you guys. Okay, setting your intentions. One of the most important things that you're going to ever do in your life outside of business in business, in your health, in your mental state, spiritual state, relationships, is the intentions that you set. And I'm going to walk you through, quite literally, a bulletproof plan for you to set intentions to get anything that you want out of this life, to go after anything that you believe is possible. Did you hear me there? You've got to believe it's possible. We're going to talk about setting your intentions in your business, in your health, and in your mindset. Because friends, let me tell you a little secret. If you don't work on this, it'll take you out of the game. Real quick. How many of you know somebody that's quit network marketing? Raise your hand. Oh, look, everyone. Do you know why? They didn't work on this. How many of you that are sitting in this front row went through real hard stuff to get there? How many of you in this front row had to work on your mindset to sit in those seats? There we go. That's all the proof you should need. All right, how do you set intentions? Well, the first thing, you gotta know what the heck you want. What is it that you want, and not what you don't want? And not you focused on what somebody else has. What do you want? What does that look like for you? And we're not just talking about one thing, you guys. What do you want your health to look like? What do you want your relationships to look like? What do you want your business set to look like? You cannot say bad things. I always have bad luck. If it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have anything at all. You know, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen to me. How many of you have been guilty of saying those things? You said them. So first, we're gonna change the way we speak. And when you catch yourself saying something that does not align with the intentions that you set for the things that you want, you're gonna say, delete. How many of you have been sitting in my house and heard me audibly shout, delete, delete? Nope, we don't think like that anymore, Tina Joy Carroll, delete. I've done it this weekend here in this event. If you don't think those old nasty thoughts are gonna come back to try to haunt you and taunt you and get you, talk you out of going after your dream, you are mistaken. The only person that can control what's going on up here is you. You gotta use language that supports what you want. I am so happy and grateful that I'm the first presidential Blue Diamond at Trinont. It doesn't matter to me that this row is filled with people that have already gotten the Blue Diamond. I know what I want. I know the work I'm willing to do it. What is it you want? Say it. I and then say it. Next, create aligned action. It does not matter what you say or what you want if the actions that you're doing do not match what it is that you said that you wanted. Most people fail because they don't take the action. You guys, and the action's uncomfortable. It's not fun. You're gonna feel so out of place. It's gonna feel so out of character for you to take the action. But on the other side of the action is where you change. On the other side of the action is where you change people's lives. Friends, you've got to get yourself a daily method of operation, your non-negotiables. No matter what's going on in your life, these are the things that you're going to do every single day to make the goals and dreams that you have happen. This is an app that I use. It's called Think Up. You can screenshot there, take a picture of it. Go get the app. I think you have to pay for it. It's worth the investment. You put in your own happy and grateful statements. This is literally not even an eighth of, maybe not even a 16th of mine. And here's what's cool. I type them out and I record them. I'm so happy and grateful that my body is toned and you can see muscle without me flexing. I'm so happy and grateful to have a home at Golden Oak and Walt Disney World, Florida. I'm so happy and grateful that Tristan and Maddie go to church and serve in ministry. I'm so happy and grateful to attract leaders who build Blue Diamond businesses with me. I'm so happy and grateful to be Trillant's first presidential Blue Diamond. I'm so happy and grateful that I have 100 new emeralds in my organization. I'm so happy and grateful that I'm a Blue Diamond and Donnie's a Red Diamond. I'm so happy and grateful that I own a beach house on the water with a bunk room for the grandkids. What do you freaking want? What do you want? Do you even know what you want? And then you're gonna start thinking of more things you want and you're gonna add them. And here's the best part. I play it every morning and it's my voice repeating back to me everything that I want. I just play it while I'm getting ready. And you know what happens? They come true. Every one of them are coming true. Why? Because you attract what you say. If you don't think your words are powerful, watch what you say come true. Good or bad. I promise you, friends, it's from the words that you say. How are you going to set your intentions? How long are you committed to taking those actions? You guys, when I got in this industry, I learned something really, really quickly. Most people quit. And I didn't understand why. Maybe it's because I've been homeless, carless, jobless, all the things. Like I've had everything stripped and I've had nothing. But I just didn't understand how people quit so easily on something that could potentially change your life. Because average, ordinary people do this and they make it happen. So for me, it was for as long as it took. I didn't have an expiration date for my dreams. I didn't say I'm gonna do it for 30 days. I'll do a 90-day run. I'll do a 90-day run. How many of you are guilty of that? I'm gonna do a 90-day run. 90 days didn't work out. I tried. Gave it my best for 90 days. Donnie, aren't you so glad I didn't quit 90 days?
Very glad.
I bet. Celebrate every win, big and small. And I'm talking about the fact that you showed up when your world was falling apart. I'm talking about when you showed up at this event when nothing in your checking account made sense for you to be in this room. I'm talking about you celebrating every no, because every no meant that you had the courage to go share this with somebody. All of you are so afraid to get a no, and I'm like, tell me no, please, because here's what I know about your no. It's not really a no. You're gonna want what I have because you're gonna keep paying attention now, right? Celebrate the no's and understand this. There isn't any business anywhere that you can start and not have setbacks. If you're expecting this to be a smooth ride all the way to the top, my friend, you are going to be disappointed. It is in the setbacks. It is in the valleys. It is in the hard days when you're not sure why you're even doing it that you grow the most, that your character is formed, that the woman or man that you need to become to attract the rank and the check that you want is built in those moments. And so you need to think, oh, this sucks, but man, it's gonna be good when I come out, right? I need you to get happy about that. Y'all sitting out there Bree's a executive Blue Diamond. I guess she'll probably beat me there. Psych. I love you, girl, but I'm coming after you because you aren't my competition. You know who's my competition? Who I was yesterday. That is it. Can I perform better today than I did yesterday? And I'm going to show you guys some real cool examples here in a minute for all of you that think, oh, of course, because she's got it all together. Look at her. Must be nice. Wasn't nice at all. It was real painful, embarrassing, actually. You're going to be very careful about the advice you take from people who aren't where you want to be. I'm not asking anybody that ain't making 7 or 8 figures for advice. Ain't happening. I love them. They'll be my friend. I'll mentor them. But I'm not taking their advice when they tell me it's crazy. Do you know people sat at a different company's convention about 4 years ago, opened up my Facebook with my mouse ears, and the top leaders in that company were making fun of me? Their company closed. Guess who's laughing now? Show up like the person who already has everything you want. And that's going to be the most work usually, because it's going to require you to pull something deep out of you that on some days you're not even going to be sure that you have. But you got to step into who you're called to be. And I can promise you, that life that you're living, the one you wanted so desperately out of, the one that you said, you know what, dang it, here's my credit card, give me the platinum pack, I'm all in. That person knows there's more. The only way to get more is to do exactly these steps I'm telling you. How many of you have ever wondered to yourself, if they would just tell me what they did, I'd do it and I'd get there? Raise your hand. You just need the magic sauce. Who wants the magic sauce? I'm giving it to you. Soak it up and then go do it, friends. I'm telling you, this is the magic sauce. So now I'm going to share a few examples of my own. Because who would I be to get up here and tell you all of these things without having experienced them all and then some? So let me tell you about this girl. Still in mouse ears. I stopped weighing myself at 240 pounds, so I don't really know how much I weighed there. But I set an intention. I'll never forget. This was when I was a multiple 6-figure earner at this point, and I'm probably not supposed to say that. I don't know. But I remember looking at the successful people and thinking, they're not smoking cigarettes. They're not eating unhealthy. They're getting to a gym. How they do one thing is how they do all things. And so, she was born. And just like in your business, this was one day at a time. One right decision at a time. One walk around my neighborhood at a time when I couldn't fathom going to a gym and somebody making fun of me. One, no thank you, I won't eat that. One, learning to love who I was at every stage. So don't think, if you're yet, that you can't make it. Don't think because you haven't dropped 10 pounds, 14 pounds on Activate yet that you can't sell it. See that girl right there that was over 240 pounds? She sold more than anybody. You know why? Because people follow a journey and they want to follow yours. If you'll share it with them. Here's the funny thing. I'm not the best at this thing. I'm really not. I've gotten better because I do it every single day. I'm just the most consistent. And I just continue to draw people in and share the story with them, take them on the journey, and then the next journey, and the next journey. Why do you think people love reality TV? Right? You be that for them. Next up, this one's a doozy, gets me excited. So, I didn't feel like I was showing up enough in my social media, and I had to set some new intentions. I mean, I was killing it on Facebook. That's where I've always primarily built, is on Facebook. But I knew Instagram could be a game changer for me if I just went all in. My intention was this. This was last October. Hear me here, friends. Last October 1st, I had 5,200 followers on Instagram. This was taken to do these slides where it shows you have 21,656 followers. It's at almost 25,000 now. Since October. You can move fast in your business if you're willing to take the massive action. So you know what I did? Here's the secret sauce. I did 3 reels a day. Quantity over quality. I didn't do fancy transitions. I didn't do any dances for you guys. I just pumped out as much content as I could possibly pump out so that every time you opened your phone, who are you gonna see? Me. Hi, Megan. It's Megan. Oh, look, there she is on TikTok. Oh, we'll go to Facebook to try to avoid her. Nope, there she is. She's everywhere. Because what happens if I'm everywhere? Eventually, they're interested in the thing. They want to join the thing. It's not rocket science. Posted 3 reels a day. Some of you are thinking, okay, what time did you post them, Tina? I know that it had to be the time. When I could. Okay? You don't know what will go viral. I have the dumbest video going viral right now that is like totally made up about this one ride at Disney World. Could be the inside of the house to another ride at Disney World. And it's going crazy. What happens when that happens? That follower count goes up. And then because every single day I continue to show up in my stories and I post me taking my product. Guess what time it is? Who knows? Activate time. That's right. They start to sing the little tune with me. Right? They're like, it's activate time. Let's activate time with Tina. Right? They're watching my cute little grandkids. How many seen my grandkids? They're cute, aren't they? Right? They're invested. They want to know what little Blueski's doing. Right? 3 reels a day. That's literally all I did, y'all. How many of you, and I'm not saying yours has to be 3. Take the number out of your head. What number can you commit to doing every single day for as long as it takes? That's the number you choose. Shout it out. Let's hear it. Let's get some audience participation. 3. And those that aren't talking, friend, nudge them. Elbow them. Wake them up. All right, I told you that I would share some truths with you guys. And here's the first one. So the one here you see, June 1st of 2016. Well, can we talk about the camera angle? I mean, I might as well just have held it here. Let's see all my chins, why don't we, right? And just a little trick, if you didn't know this, if you put on your sunglasses when you go live or do reels, you are invisible, okay? Because that's how I felt. I thought if I wear the sunglasses when I do the live, I'll feel better about it. Because, I mean, I don't know, it did something, it's like my superhero power. But I want you to look at the bottom. I had one view. I'm gonna give y'all one guess who my one view is.
Attaboy, Donnie. Well done.
And that was before we learned, because he's always trying to hack the algorithm. That was before we learned that if he commented 100 times, it would send me to a new algorithm, and maybe I might get another viewer. So that's why there's only 2 comments. Okay? He got better. But I want you to look at this. This was April the 3rd of 2024. Just 10 reasons why you should try this now. 3.4K views, 47 shares, 153 comments. Some of you are waiting to be Tina from April the 3rd of 2024 before you start. It's never gonna happen. You gotta be weirdo sunglasses Tina first. Okay? That's the Tina you gotta be first. You gotta be the person that shows up. And it's gonna be yucky, and it's gonna be messy. When I first started doing the reels, I was like, oh my God, are you sure you wanna do 3 a day? Yeah, I'm sure. Because right now, I have a few thousand leads as soon as Craig gets up here and launches this Activate. Because of that Instagram that I just showed you. So many people want something to change how they are feeling physically, and we have our hands on it. But you got to go out and tell them about it. Because if you don't, guess whose face they're going to see? Because I'm not going to stop showing up, right? And then the last thing I'm going to share is this girl right here. This was in July of 2016. I'd been in network marketing since March. I was making some money, but I wasn't making enough money to even cover the cost of the products. I certainly wasn't making enough money to cover the cost of that event. And as excited as I was there, jumping up and down on that stage, it was just this thing they let you do, I rock the stage. I hadn't accomplished anything to get to walk, but all I knew was, and all I believed with everything in me was, and that's why I was jumping up and down in that picture, was someday I would be back on a stage, and someday I would inspire millions. But I had to be bad first. I had to set my intentions first. I had to align my words with what my intentions were, and I had to stop all the negative crap. And then I had to take the messy action to get there. Friends, everything you want is within your grasp. All you have to do is just decide to go and take it. There is an abundance of it, that there is more than enough money in this comp plan to pay us all at Blue Diamond. You just have to go after it. And I want to leave you with this. This is for the bravest people, I believe, in this room. If this is your first event, I want you to stand up. Woo! I want to see you. You think I'm brave? Look, it's just part of my routine. I'm just showing up now. You're the brave one. You're the one that spent the money, took the time off, beat whatever odds you had to beat to get here. You're her. You are her, the one that was on the stage jumping up and down. That is you right now. I didn't tell you to even sit down yet. Stand up. And I want you jumping up and down, excited about what's gonna happen for you. And I can't do that too much. I'll pee my pants. All right, guys, I seriously love you. I seriously want to see you win. I am so excited about this weekend, and you should be too. I love you guys. Make sure you find me out there.